Hello Virgo, welcome back to Three Trails Tarot. I'm going to do your monthly reading for May 2021. And also, well actually I want to say before we get started, I would like to apologize for being late with the reading. I had to spend some time with family and I didn't want any distractions. I wanted to give them all the attention that I could possibly give them when I was with them. And so I hope you can accept my apology for this late reading, Virgo. I also want to do something a little bit different this time around. I want to let you ask a personal question at the end, but instead of using tarot cards or oracle cards to answer your question, I'm just going to use these Chinese fortune telling sticks. It'll give a fortune, but we'll see if that fortune also answers your personal question. Okay, if you like the Chinese sticks for the personal question portion of this reading, please let me know down below in the comments. And also, if you don't like them, please let me know. Thanks. I also want to share that I have a friend who just started doing positive affirmations, but she created this lovely, lovely video that has quotes from people that you may know, celebrities or just powerful or good people considered to be good people by population. And beautiful music and background pictures. So I posted that link below, and it's also on a card on the video if you would like to see that. You know, just offer it as a gift to see if that video will also inspire you the way it inspired me. Okay, Virgo, we're going to go ahead and start with your reading. We're going to start with the tarot cards. What can we find out for Virgo for May? Virgo, our August 22 to September 21, born August 22 to September 21. What can you tell us for Virgo for May? Okay. I'm going to move this over here to give us more space. We have Five of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Moon. Okay, so beneath that we have Death, Rebirth, Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Judgment, and the Knight of Wands. Let's see. We have the World, Temperance, High Priestess, the Hermit, and the Two of Swords. Virgo, got a lot of emotions going on here. Conflict, emotions, introspecting, a lot of trying to seek the truth. Okay, so let's go with your reading. What we have here for your past, which I believe is a recent past. So Virgo, there's a lot of conflict was going on very recently. A lot of fighting, competition, some rivalry, obstacles that you're trying to get through. So this was a very rough time for you, Virgo. I see, though, that all of this challenge, this rivalry and conflict resulted in some form of death of something. I don't believe this is a person. I believe this is a death of something, a situation. So it could be the end of a job. It could be the end of a friendship. It could be the end of a marriage or some kind of relationship or some kind of situation. Like it could be the death of a lifestyle, of a way of living. But it also means the start of something new. Okay, so you lost something due to the conflict, but at the same time, it's setting you on a new path, Virgo. So here we have confirmation that something definitely has ended with the world. The end is like that final piece. It's like when you bake a cake and the cake is done, you take it out of the oven and now you can enjoy the cake. That's what's going on here with the world for your life, for your overarching life path. So this is a high arcana card. With the high arcana cards, we're talking about real life changes, big life changes. The other cards are just, little everyday things that happen. Well, I shouldn't say little, but things that happen daily. So this one is big. This is a huge life change. Something has ended in your very recent past, and now you're on a new journey. There was some joy that ended, but there will also be joy in your new beginning. So don't worry about, or should I say, don't fear the new path, okay? Because the new path, according to this world, see all the yellow and the rainbows and the blue, it brings new emotion, it brings new enlightenment, it brings new hope. So yes, I know you went through a conflict. It was really a hard time for you, and that ended some things that you probably, that you valued and wanted to keep for much longer than it lasted. But this new journey is also a very hopeful one, okay? So now we have here your current situation. This is your current situation. In your current situation with your Two of Pentacles, we see you struggling with a decision. So this is a time of decision making for you, Virgo. It looks like you're trying to balance and multitask. So there's a lot going on here with this very beautiful, simple card. There's actually a message here of multitasking and wanting to make a decision. But, as I look at this card, it's really strange. It's strange how when I do different readings, the cards themselves appear differently to me. Same card, but just it shows me something that it wants me to focus on. And I focus on this clearer ball. So these are your decisions that you've got to make, or you feel you need to make. And this clearer ball is what has my focus. Even though this is much darker and should attract me more, this is what's attracting me, which tells me that you already kind of know what your decision should be. You're already there. You already have picked a decision, that you already picked a path you want to travel. You already decided, okay? So what is holding you back, Virgo, from this decision? Because you have already made a decision, but yet you're not executing that new decision, or that final thing that you decided on or chose. So that's where you're at right now, Virgo, okay? But just know that you already kind of made a decision, and there just is probably something that's holding you back from moving forward with it. And here we have you. Also, you planted some new seeds and you're watching it grow. And these seeds have to do with income. Not so much personal growth as I see sometimes for other signs, as I've seen in the past with other signs for me. But for you specifically, Virgo, this card is representing, I want to say investments, but they're not really investments. You know, we get confused sometimes when we think a house is an investment or a car is an investment. Those are not investments. Those are things that we want to have to feel secure and stable and protected. Investment is when you can actually earn an income from something that you have. So in this case, I don't see this as an actual investment, but in your idea of it, you feel that it is an investment because it's something that you feel would make you feel stable and successful and secure. So stable, successful, secure. That's what's coming to me right now looking at this. So you planted some seeds in the past. It's kind of starting to grow now because we see this partial growth, but it's still in sapling mode, which means it's still very new and you're still not sure how it's going to pan out for you, Virgo. So just be patient. You know, these things take time to work out. So, sorry, let me go back to this. So I forgot to mention that this thing that you're waiting on could be a loan, approval for a loan. It could be some sort of legal thing that will give you something that you wanted. Like, do you get the cats? Do you get the dogs? Do you get the children? Some of you are in that situation. Some of you are, waiting to hear back from a job opportunity because you feel that you will really be able to purchase or acquire what you want or make this grow faster, make your funds grow faster if you're trying to do savings or some other investments, which is like buying stocks. So some of you are waiting to hear back on a job from a job interview. So the seedling basically is the job interview, and you're waiting to hear back if you're going to get something from that job, from that phone call. I wish you luck for those of you who are waiting for that. And some of you are in a legal situation. You're waiting to hear back, and some of you are applying for loans and you're waiting to hear back. All of you seem to be waiting to hear back for something. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that is what I'm getting. You're all kind of waiting, Virgo. Okay, so here we have you also in temperance mode. Now, temperance is a Sagittarius card. So I'm wondering if the person you're waiting to hear back from or the person who's involved with whatever it is that you're trying to get or do in order to, you know, acquire investments is a Sagittarian. So here, though, if it isn't a person that we're talking about and it is your feelings, you are trying to hold back some temper. You're trying to hold back some anger. You're very frustrated about something. See these two balls here? You've got the moon, you got the sun. Sometimes you feel kind of dark and angry. There's information you don't have available to you. Sometimes you feel good about what's happening to you or things that are going on for the day. But overall with all this purple and little dots here, I see like there are moments where you feel very, very frustrated and angry and you want to snap or reach out or react to that feeling, but you're holding your ground. You're maintaining your angelic form, so to speak. You are trying to present yourself in the way you wish people to see you, not in the way you really want to react. And that's very good self-control, Virgo. And then considering all the stuff that you just recently went through, Virgo, I think this is admirable that you're trying to do this. It takes a lot of inner strength and courage to be able to hold your tongue or hold your reaction, so that people see you as a professional, as a calm, cool, collective person. So Virgo, for your future, Virgo, as we move forward here based on your past and your present situation, if things don't change, you're gonna be in a whole new mood. You're gonna be feeling sort of bold, feisty, confident, self-assured. Something's going to happen. You're going to transition through this, and in the very, very near future. And we're talking about, this is a May reading, so I'm looking at close to the end of May. You're going to start feeling your inner power again, because this kind of destroyed a lot of your feelings and confidence and inner strength, because this is a huge change. These two cards here, I don't know if you can see, these two cards here are High Arcana cards. This is a huge change that you just recently went through. So it did affect your confidence, but you're gonna see it come back. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna make you feel inspired, and you're gonna be like, whoa, yeah, I can do this. Yes, I can make things happen. It's gonna happen for you. So you're gonna be in this mode around the end of May. You're gonna regain your self-confidence. You're gonna start to feel more self-assured, and you're gonna take back control. I guess that's why this World card, which has ended one situation, is very hopeful, because you do regain back your confidence. It may not be 100%, but it's enough to get you going. And you know, for most of us, that's a good start. That's all we need. We also have here the Hierophant. You are, and I'm so focused on the yellow light. The yellow light represents our air suite, which is more of a thinking kind of card, or thinking, and it also represents air, which for the air signs is more about thinking about things. So you are in deep mode here, thinking about your personal values, your home values. You have people here that you consider to be in respectable positions, maybe a preacher, a reverend, some sort of religious figure, also a family figure that you feel is someone you would tap into their knowledge. You see this like bright light at the top, and so there's the stairs, and so this is like someone you believe in a much better position to enlighten you on these things that you are really thinking about a lot. So this, like I said, it could be a religious figure, it could be a family member, or it could be an expert. Since you did go through a lot of changes and there was conflict involved, you're probably consulting an expert. So you're on the go. You're in the forward movement, it looks like. Excuse me. Or at least you have the energy for it. You have the energy right now. And see all this pink, combined pink, that's active energy. That is active energy, Virgo. So in the future, towards the end of May, you're going to be in movement mode, okay? You're also taking the time to look at yourself. You're doing a lot of self-examination here, Virgo, it looks like. And you are tapping in to your inner power to give you this feisty feeling, to make you feel motivated and inspired, and to feel brave to address whatever it is that's on your mind with the people that you look up to. So you are tapping into that energy as the High Priestess. And I know it's a female here, but you know, this could be any of you. And so just disregard the face on the card and just think, or the word priestess, but just think of it as a mode of operation. You are in the mode of digging deep into your soul and pulling out whatever strength or inner power that you have there, and also reassessing what is important to you. And here we got the values piece. Okay. Now when we look at the general energy, which we already pretty much talked about them individually in terms of past, present, and future. So this is your general energy for May, okay? So it looks like you're going to have opportunity to celebrate with family and friends. There's some kind of reunion, some happiness that is going to happen here in May that will make you feel like you have the support and goodwill of those who care for you and those you care for. Also, another general energy, and we talked about reaching deep into to reassess your soul and your values, and this Judgment card goes along with that, which I call Epiphany card. Okay, so in this you're seeing more clearly, you've got more clarity, and you, like I said, you made a final decision. So this card also validates the final decision, finally feeling sure of yourself, which we talk about here. And you know, like you've got your wake-up call. You finally realize there's, you know, nothing I can do about the past. All I can do is move forward. And so that is what you're doing. And this card goes with this. So this is the Hermit. These are both high arcana cards. You've got some major big life changes going on, Virgo, for May. What's going on? You know, these are huge. These are the kind of things that affect the movement of your life flow, like where you're gonna, your direction, I should say, direction. So it's sort of like driving in your car and all of a sudden there's a detour sign and you have to take a whole nother route, which is not what you originally had planned. But in your case, Virgo, what I see is when you took that detour, which you really kind of were grumping about because you didn't want to take a detour, you ended up going on the scenic route, and it's a much beautiful route. So that has you doing some introspecting here. You've taken the time as the Hermit to give yourself some space, think about what is going on, what is the reality of the situation, what is the facts of the situation, and what are the opportunities of the situation in the Hermit. And because you did this, you were able to arrive at this. See, they almost look like they are part of the same picture. Whoa, look at that. The artist did a really great job with this because that grass almost looks like the other side of this mountain. But yes, you did a lot of this, and so because of that, you got your clarity and your inspiration, and with that, the joy back, has some happiness back. But you definitely have the support of your family and friends, and whatever this was that happened to you, Virgo. There's so many of you listening out there, so I can only throw out possibilities of what happened, like a breakup or a loss of a job or a loss of savings, income, you know, a move that you didn't want to have to do, a relocation, anything that was forced that took you on a detour that was big. You finally gained clarity on because you thought about it, and you will celebrate, and you do have the support of family and friends. Okay, so this is the advice. All right, this is what the tarot cards are saying. Might be helpful. All right, so we have here the moon, which the moon sort of goes with this. It just means take the time to examine yourself and the situation. And so with the moon, perhaps you feel enlightened. There's some things that you're aware of, but there's still some other things that you're not aware of that you're going to need to make a decision on. See, I see this decision card. And she's blindfolded which means you don't have all the information available to you, and you're aware of that. But you still need to make a decision. So you've got these two birds, and you also have these opposing images of the dog. So you've got a feral dog and you've got a domesticated dog. So you're struggling. You're struggling. You were struggling, or you will be struggling. Still continue, because this is future and this is the overall energy. So there are points of struggle where you feel you have to decide: do I get tough and rough, or do I just kind of go with the flow? Do I what are things? I'm just seeing so much here. Okay, or do you try to find the information, or do you make a decision based on the information you already have? Is it sufficient to make the information? There's a lot going on here with the card saying take the time to reach into yourself. And in some cases where you feel, oh my goodness, I just have no idea what's going on, I feel lost, I'm struggling, I don't know whether I want to just lash out, or I just want to be calm about it. This card is saying, go with your intuition. Go with your intuition. Go with your intuition. Okay? I have to say that several times, because that's the message this card is constantly throwing out now. Sometimes it takes me a minute to find the key word, and in this case the key word is, or the key phrase is, sentence is, follow your intuition. I can't make up my mind today. Okay, Virgo, so once again, you've got this passion, you've got this inspiration, and this card's saying yes, go with it. Move forward with it, with this horse ready to trot. Move forward. Go ahead and let it take you where it needs to take you. Follow your passions. Follow your inspiration. I'm talking positive passions here, folks. Okay? So, not the passion to hurt anybody, but the passion to create, to do something good. See her smiling. That's a good feeling. Not a bad feeling. And I feel like I have to say that because there was so much conflict recently that I know, I sense that there is some anger out there. A lot of anger, Virgo, for that detour that you had to take. But just keep in mind that detour is taking you to a good place. So it's actually letting you see the scenic route. So don't focus too much on the negative, and see here, focus on what inspires you, what makes you happy, what makes you joyful, what makes you feel fulfilled. That's what this card is saying to you. And this card is saying, okay, you're going to have to make some decisions, and you won't have all the information. But once again, go with your gut. And see this right here? I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to symbolize, but in my mind, I see like those balance things on justice, the justice card. You know how the scales, that's what I'm trying to say. The scales, it looks like scales to me. So make a choice that will give you more balance in life. Make the choice that will make you feel, okay, things are calmer and I can calm down. So even though you don't have all of the information to make the decision, just think of what you think will give you the most joy or happiness or ability to move forward. Okay? So once again, the advice is use your intuition if you get stuck. Allow yourself to follow your passions, joyful inspirations, things that make you happy and make you feel loved and safe. And when you, again, if you can't make a decision, just try to choose the one you feel will give you the most balance in your life. Okay? So I can pull 3 more cards for you, Virgo, because there's a lot going on for you in May. So I'm going to pull 3 more, okay? of the tarot cards. So let's just see what we got for you. Wow, fell out. So let's grab that. A lot of trying to find the truth here, Virgo. So I think this conflict was something that took you by surprise. Or this change, whatever it was, the conflict and the change kind of took you by surprise. So you're trying to find the truth. And it just really, really makes you not see who you are. So you're in this stage right now, even though this happened in the recent past, and you're trying to stay focused. It looks like you're trying to focus on what's important, Virgo. But even though you're trying to focus on what's important, you still feel torn. You feel, I mean, I'm kind of getting that you're feeling, oops, I moved this, not yourself. You know, you're still in this phase of feeling insecure. So I believe this is in your present point of time. And this is also in your present point of time. Or maybe this is just the general energy of wanting to know the truth of what happened and wanting to know the facts of what you can do to move forward. And this is saying that you're feeling insecure. You're feeling, you don't see the person you knew. You don't see that person anymore in the mirror, is what this card is saying. You feel trapped, you feel held against your will, you feel forced to do stuff that wasn't your choice, and it's bringing you down. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but I don't think I'm telling you anything that's new or different from how you really feel. And please keep in mind, this reading will not resonate with everyone. So if you're doing great, don't think you're going to start going bad here and things are going to start going bad. That just means this reading is not for you. But for those of you that this resonates with, you know, my heart is with you, and I'm going to pray for you that things will get better. I'm going to wish also upon the universe that you can hold on to your strength that you're trying to do it right now. You are trying to stay focused, and you are going to move into a much better position. So just keep that in mind as you're going through this process, okay? Now let me pull one more card for you. Okay, so what we have here is Five of Swords. Excuse me. Five of Swords is just saying, you know, there's people also in the background causing problems. And that might be part of the piece, excuse me, because he's blindfolded, not, you know, unaware of all the information. There's people trying to cause a problem. There's either a third party or several people trying to ruin, you know, things for you. If you can identify those people, stay away from them. They are not doing anything good for you, whoever those are. And they're whispering not sweet nothings, but conspiracy theories into your ear. So avoid these people at all costs during the month of May when you're at your weakest point. If they're people that you can't just totally have out of your life, and by that I mean, you know, walk away and just say, okay, we're not friends anymore, or okay, we're not having this relationship anymore. If they're the type of people you can't walk away because they're maybe family, just try to stay away from them for the month of May when you're at your weakest point, because they're going to cause more drama for you. Look at all this drama. So much drama. And it's going to affect your ability to think properly, because look at this light, which is clarity, enlightenment, the ability to analyze things. It's way over there. It's way over there. And that's saying that there are these people, this person or people are making it difficult for you to think clearly. And I think you know who these people are, Virgo. I think you know. If you know who these people are, get away from them. You know, become the hermit with regard to them and just avoid them until you can regain your strength, which you will, but you're not there yet. So in the meantime, separate yourself from them for now, okay? I mean, that is what the cards are saying, not me personally, but that is what I'm getting from the cards. It's the feeling that I'm getting from the cards, Virgo. All right, so now I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. Let's see if we can get more advice, some really solid recommendation here, some solid guidance. Oh, so oracle cards, what kind of guidance can we give to Virgo? They're having a rough May. They're going to have a rough May, but it's going to get better. But what kind of guidance can you give us? Let's see. So we have influence. Okay, this is what we were talking about. Influence. There's people trying to influence your decisions. There's people trying to influence your life right now. And this card is saying, back away. Back away from the influencers. You know, don't let them control you. Move away from them. Don't let them pull you into their circle. So this is just reinforcing what we said about this card right here. So let's pull two more cards. What more guidance can you give us? I guess that's the key, the number one key guidance, because that really affects us, is when people are talking in our ear, we already feel vulnerable, we kind of start to believe everything people tell us, and not all of it is true. A lot of it's just their own assumptions. Not to say that they're bad people, but sometimes people get something stuck in their head, and then they just want to share it, and they don't even have any proof that is what's really going on. They're just filling in the blanks. Okay, and so we have here disguise. Okay, so I think this disguise, Virgo, goes with what your current situation is, where you are trying to maintain calm, you're trying to maintain control, you're trying to focus on other things. Show your face. Stop wearing a mask. This is saying you're wearing a mask. And people can't trust what's really going on with you because they can't tell what is really going on with you. They can't see your face. So, not to say lose control and start, you know, punching holes in the wall or anything like that. But this is just saying, let those who you can trust, and you know there's some you can't, but let those who you can trust, who you know, really care about you, want to support you, and are not going to go telling the whole world whatever you tell them. Let them know your true feelings. Let them know how you feel. Let them be there for you, okay? And they can't be there for you if they don't know, and you're hiding it so well. So for those that you know you can trust, who's not going to announce it to the world, who's not going to talk behind your back, who's actually really, really, truly there to provide you with support and friendship and kindness and love and compassion and empathy, show them your true face and let them know you're hurting. Let them know you're scared or you're frustrated or whatever the situation is, whatever feelings you have, and ask them to be there for you through this time so that you can get to this point right here where you're feeling bold and you can regain back your self-assurance. Okay? So that's what this card is saying. Remove the mask so people can see what you're going through and understand what you're going through. All right, so one more card from the Oracle card. So Virgo, we have support. Oh my goodness, we just talked about that. So yeah, so the emphasis is don't hesitate to ask for help. Remove that. It's difficult to ask for help when people see you as this really strong person what you're trying to be right here. Really strong person who doesn't need help, who's got it covered. So there are people who are aware of your situation, Virgo, and they want to help you. So accept their help if they're the ones that you trust, because you're also surrounded by these crows, and you don't want a crow in your circle undermining you and manipulating you. Okay, so that is what I have for that. I'm going to pull an angel card. This will be the last card that I pull for the reading before we go to the fortune sticks. So with the angel cards, we also have the gemstone, corresponding gemstone energy, which some people like to have the gemstone around them, so it gives them that energy all day. But you don't have to. It's just whatever makes you feel good, makes you feel, you know, supported and loved. So, oh, we have here Archangel Saldaphon. And the corresponding stone is Andalusite. I hope I pronounced that correctly. What a cool looking stone. It also looks kind of woodsy. So I think this kind of gives you, nature is a natural healing energy, and the woodsy look kind of reminds you to be around nature. So this says, are you in search of a deeper spiritual connection? Go outdoors and commune with nature. Listen to the messages being communicated to you by the trees, plants, and animals. Spend time in a garden or the woods. Put your attention on your alignment with Mother Earth. This advice is all about healing. You are in a lot of pain. I can feel it. I can sense it, especially based on this recent past, which you've been going through. And kind of reconnecting with nature helps us to heal. So a garden, like this says, this is recommending a lot of greenery, it seems to me. So even have a plant on your desk. I think if you have a plant on your desk, and just, you know, sit in the backyard if you have a backyard, or go to a park. Okay, that's what the angel is advising. Now I'm going to go ahead and clear this table so that we can put this back in my deck, so we can have space for the Chinese sticks. So while I'm doing that, I would like for you to please take a deep breath, clear your mind as best you can. Take several deep breaths and let them out slowly. And if there is a specific person you have in mind as you're asking your personal question, which of course, you know, I will not hear, but only you will know if the fortune stick is, you know, adequately or correctly answering your question or helpful to you in any way. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to shake this. The way it works is I shake this up as best I can. There's a bunch of little sticks in here, so I kind of have to twirl it like this. And then when I toss the sticks, the one that's the furthest from all the sticks is your answer. Let me move this pamphlet out of here too. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Whoa. Okay, that came out more, but I feel that this is the furthest, and this is 35. Okay, so number 35 is the answer to your question, and I will read it out of the pamphlet. The pamphlet is a translation of what it would have been in Chinese. I'm not sure if that's Mandarin or one of the other Chinese languages, but it sounds nice and poetic, some of it may not translate exactly the way we might be used to hearing things, so just kind of bear with it. But you will, you know, I'll try to interpret it as best I can. I don't speak any of these languages, but we'll see what we can do. So we have number 35, okay? 35. What do we have for 35? Okay. 35. Your luck for today. Your luck for today, little sunshine, little hay. Okay, so you have sunshine, and I'm not sure what the hay is supposed to be. Maybe it's a grassy day. Your fortune. You're apt to be too careless towards habits. Loose your bent. They'll never bring you happiness nor any great content. Oh, so it sounds to me that you have some patterns that are negatively affecting you, and they call them habits. So these negative patterns, if you continue, they won't bring you any happiness. And it says, you will soon have a pleasant adventure. You may get your wish later on. So, like we said in the reading, things are going to get better. I don't know if that has anything to do with your personal question, but hopefully you found it helpful in some way. If you like these fortune sticks, let me know in comments below. But if you prefer that I go back to using the oracle or tarot cards to come up with the answer to your questions, your personal questions, then I can accommodate that too. So just let me know what your thoughts are, your feelings are about this, okay? And I want to thank you for being here with me today, Virgo, for watching this reading. And if you enjoyed it or at least found it useful to you, please like and subscribe, okay? And until next time, best wishes to you always. Bye now.